Welcome to Keeping It Real on Purpose. I am your coach, Edna White, and I'm so glad you're with me today. Today, we're going to just talk about mindset with a wonderful person that is a certified mindset coach. Her name is Miriam Wexler. Welcome to Keeping It Real on Purpose.
Thank you so much for having me. Good to be here.
You're welcome. So I love mindset. Of course, I know it's mindset starts everything. Tell us how you show up in the world regarding mindset.
Okay. The one thing, it's funny because I tell this to all my clients. First of all, you got to show up. As long as you're showing up, the mindset is work in progress, right? We all have stuff that we've brought from our childhood, from our upbringing, from work, trauma, all that kind of stuff that has affected how we think, how we see the world, our opinions about certain situations. And mindset is key because it allows you to move forward in your life. So for me, mindset is all about, okay, today was a really tough day, but that's okay. I'm grateful because I'm alive. I'm grateful because I have food on the table. For me, I work with a mindset of gratitude. So that's one of my mindsets. For me, mindset is also about believing that anything is possible. So as long as I keep trying, as long as I show up, as long as I have faith in my abilities and my accessibility to anything that I need, I can get to where I want to be. I can achieve the goals that I set for myself. For me, I started my career doing life purpose coaching. And then I realized, no, you got to take a few steps back, because in order to figure out what your life purpose is, in order to start moving forward, creating goals, you need clarity. And that's mindset work. For me, mindset means creating an attitude and a belief system that anything is possible and you can achieve anything you set your mind to.
That's right. And in that process, like you said, you have to show up, and then gratitude has to be part of it.
Yes.
In what part of what you said, what's the next step? Let's say you're having them show up, and let's just say that you're working with a client visibly, or kind of walk us through that process a little, so that the audience knows to get used. I think this part of the show is really to let people know that it's okay to go to get a coach, and it's okay to hire someone to do that work. But you need to. We don't know what we do. We think therapists. We think all of these things. Distinguish the two: therapy and life coaching.
Sure. So in the simplest way, therapy focuses on your past, coaching focuses on your future. Right. So therapy most of the time will ask you about your childhood, because they want to identify what the root cause of some of your behaviors are, what is the root cause for some of your beliefs, and how to kind of course correct what you grew up with to where you are now, why you are the way you are. Coaching takes who you are now and helps you become who you want to be. So I always say, sometimes there's, a few of my clients are working with a therapist also, which I think is amazing, because then I tell them, great, your therapist is going to take care of your past. I'm going to take care of your present and your future. And what that means is creating mindset shifts that will allow you to believe that you can do things. Because I think one of the biggest limiting beliefs that a lot of my clients have, and a lot of women out there have, is that they can't have it all, that they can't do certain things, that some things are too hard in life to manage, that, oh, that doesn't work. This is impossible. I could never do that. Oh, I couldn't see myself. It's all those beliefs that, oh, we're less than, we're not as valued, we're not as worthy. And my job is to show you that you are worth every single thing that you think you are. You are worth doing the work. You are worth having the relationship of your dreams. You are worth having the job of your dreams or the business of your dreams. So I create a confidence and a self-esteem that allows you to feel worthy. Once you're feeling worthy, you can start, I teach my clients how to create boundaries, meaning how to show up and how to basically tell people that you want to be treated, and how people can expect you to treat them. Basically, boundaries is taking care of ourselves. If you put it in a big bubble of explanation, I would say coaching is showing you how to show up for yourself in the world, to do things that benefit you while not hurting anybody else, taking care of yourself, starting business, having a family, and showing up in a confident way because you have clarity about who you are, why you are the way you are, who you want to be, why you want to be that person. We talk about values. So many people go through life not even knowing what their values are. And I always say your values should be, the car you drive in to get to your destination. It should be the roadmap to your everyday life. So I'll give you an example. For me, my number one value is freedom. So everything I do is in the quest for freedom, financial freedom, geographical freedom, which is why all my work is online. So I can be anywhere in the world and still be able to work with my clients. Like I said, financial freedom. So I'm able to travel if I want to travel. I can eat at good restaurants. I can buy myself and take care of myself in a financial way that's not going to, cause stress on it or anxiety. And freedom drives my everyday actions. So when I work with my clients, most of them come to me and tell me, I feel lost. I feel stuck. I'm here, but I want to be there. I just don't know how to get out of this situation. I feel like I deserve more. I want more. I should have more. Great. Let's figure out how to get you from A to B in a way that not only makes you feel good, but also allows you to get out of your comfort zone, because we all get stuck in the comfort zone. As much as we're miserable there, it's comfortable, right? That's why we're stuck there. So how to allow yourself to find the courage to take a chance at things, to leave your comfort zone and to do things in your life that you didn't think, were possible, but truly, truly are.
Right. So how you talked about allowing. Talk to us about how you bring out the allowing in your clients. Because sometimes working with clients myself, they don't realize that they're allowed to do things. They're allowed to feel certain ways. So let's talk about that.
But it's funny because I just posted a reel today about, stopping needing approval from other people and let go of the idea that we need permission to do things. When we allow ourselves to be our true, authentic selves, when we allow ourselves the freedom to live life on our terms, by our rules, when we let go of the need to get permission, when we let go of the need for approval and validation, we just free ourselves up to try new things. Allowing is also about, realizing that you're going to make mistakes along the way, and that's okay. Allow yourself to make that mistake, because the reality is nothing will happen. We all think, oh my God, if I fail, my life will end. But really, is your life really, will you die if your business fails? And the thing is, the worst that can happen is you'll be embarrassed. Allowing yourself to go through that, allowing yourself with being okay with what anybody thinks about you and just worrying about your own opinion of yourself. That to me is the ultimate sense of freedom. Allowing yourself to live your life on your terms, allowing yourself to experiment, allowing yourself to allowing yourself not to have to be perfect. When we surrender, it's like, you know what? This is who I am. I'm going to do everything to the best of my abilities. And if something doesn't work out, I will pivot and come up with a plan B or C or D or E or F. Because I always say it's limitless what we are capable of doing. Allow yourself the opportunity to show up for yourself and do it.
That's perfect. Now, where are you working out of? You say you have the freedom of, on internet. Where are you local? By geographics.
Geographically. So I started my career in Toronto, in Canada, and I am currently talking to you from Florence, Italy.
Oh, very nice. So very nice.
I decided, you know what? I've had this dream. I've had this dream for 15 years. I'm like, February, I woke up, I'm like, what are you waiting for? You have this dream, but you keep talking about it, but you're not doing anything about it. What are you waiting for? There's never going to be a right time. Now, right now is the right time. Right now, FYI, is always the right time. So called up a friend and I said, I'm telling you right now, I am moving to Italy and I'm going to try and do it by, June or July. So I'm telling you because I'm now putting it out there and I'm
Yeah.
making it real.
Yeah.
And June 29th, I landed in Florence, Italy, and I've been here for 6 months and I don't have any regrets so far. It's been even better than I could have ever imagined.
Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
Thanks.
I know that I made myself that promise too. I can't leave the country as I want to right now, but what I did do and say to myself, I want to live in Hawaii 6 months out of the year, the cold months. And so I did say that to myself today. I was like, what am I waiting for? What the freak am I waiting for? Whatever is going to happen is going to happen regardless. So I said, I got to do this for myself. So I'm really excited about that. And sometimes you put things off because life happens, life happens. It's still going to happen, whether you're here or not, it's still going to happen. So you really have to get to that point and allow yourself to kind of open to that.
You have a dream. Allow yourself to explore that dream. And, I always hear from, oh, I could never do that. I have kids. I'm like, you can go with kids, but my kids are in school. I said, you find a compatible school where you want to be for 6 months. You find, you have the school where you are and you arrange with the school system to do 6 months and 6 months. So nothing is ever actually missed. Plus, there's always those 2 months in the summer. So really, where there's a will, there really is always a way.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And you brought about a great idea about teaching, because that's what I do as well. And I know when I first started traveling, was really when I went to China for a year, and that opened up all the possibilities to just do everything. So I sometimes you forget those things and you really kind of lean on, and put it to the side really. But, your life is really probably waiting for you on the fact that you're not allowing it to happen. And that's the most important thing that we really need to get to, that we need to let things be allowed in our lives. It's not about belief, because we can believe that it happened, whether it's 7 years from now, 2 years from now, 30 years from now, we believe it's going to happen. But when we allow something, like you said, speak it to the universe, and now it's out there, and the universe kind of puts things together like, okay, she's got to go that direction, got to go that direction. As you put those things together so that it does work out. And it does in such a simplistic way, really simplistic, So I know what you're talking about. I know
it is. And I always say, when you put it out there and you start taking action, because manifesting is not just about wishful thinking; it's about taking action. Once you do that, my God, the universe, God, divine spirit, whatever, God always delivers. God always delivers.
Always.
And the thing is, it doesn't necessarily always look the way you thought it would look, but it's always there. You're always going to get what you want. You just have to be open to getting it maybe in a different way, but it's going to happen.
Right. And it's always the different way the different way is not having control. That's the different way. We don't have control, and we want control. And, all of us that have lived in trauma, we really want to control the narrative. We want to make sure we got every step in line, but when you really are living in allowance, you are not worried about the how. You're really open to it's going to happen. So that's a really great thing to know. Yeah.
No, absolutely. And I always tell people, you can't control God. God will give it to you any way he wants to give it to you. All you can do is control your daily actions, control your thoughts, control your behavior, control your words. But how it's going to happen and when it's going to happen, that's not up to you. Sit back and watch it happen.
Yeah, it really is. It's about, I will say for me with manifesting, learning to manifest, it is about a date. It really is. It's about a date. And if you miss that date, there's a reason why you missed that date. Okay, but I'm still going. You still can visualize. It's a lot of visualization. A lot of my manifestation came from visualizing. So when I wanted a specific car, I went to the dealer, drove the car, felt how it felt, smelled it, and touched it, really got involved in the process. This is the car that I want. So you got to be really specific a lot of times when you're manifesting.
Yeah.
Totally. And that's visualization. I left that piece out, and I didn't learn that until about maybe 5 years ago, visualization, as part of the journey. And when I started visualizing, I was like, holy moly, it just works. It's really, really that powerful. When we talk
It
about
is.
vision boards, writing, creating vision boards, there's a time that you have to, whatever you receive, you have to take it off there,
Yep.
and that's one new thing that I've learned within the last 2 years. Hey, this vision board is not relevant anymore. Take that off. I got that, check, and you take everything off, and then you put new, or you remain focused on what's left. And that too is, because we're the writers of our books. We write whatever we want, and that's what's so pivotal and different about allowing yourself, because we're so afraid of allowing ourselves. Oh, well, if we do this, people are going to say this about us, or we do this or say this, to people are going to say things about us. But when you're really living in your real true self, none of that affects you. You don't feel that.
None of it. I tell my clients, oh, what will people think? Who cares? Are any of these people who are thinking these things are they paying your bills? Because if they're not paying your bills, why are you allowing them?
What are they doing for you?
Influence. Yeah. Do whatever you want. And somebody can look at you, point a finger, and laugh at you. Stop caring. It doesn't mean anything. Also, most of the time when people talk about you or have an opinion about you, it's not really about you. It's about their place in time. When people tell you you can't do something, what they really mean is, I can't do it. Therefore, I don't think you can do it. And it's like, I always say, come back with bullshit. I can do whatever I set my mind to.
The truth.
That's when we give away our power, when we allow other people's opinions to influence how we live our lives.
That's it. And that's really so very important. Allowing their opinions and their ideas and their direction guide you. Because believe it or not, we don't even believe that we have the moral compass to make decisions for ourselves. We have to ask a spiritual advisor, okay, what am I? When you start asking outside sources who you are, there is a big problem. You need to really sit down with someone, like you said, get a life coach to see about the things that you can move forward to, get a therapist to fix things and work on things from the past, because that right there, that dynamic, I got to ask somebody, who I am. It's a problem. It's a real problem.
But I always tell my clients, I'm like, we all want a pat on the back every once in a while. Hey, listen, I'm doing this project. What do you think? Just for an opinion. But if you're relying on praise, on validation, and on permission from external sources, it means that, to me, it's a big neon sign. Work on your confidence. It means you lack trust in yourself. You lack the confidence to make a decision that will benefit you, because you're so worried about other people's approval. And that approval is not going to make or break your life. If anything, it can even hurt you. Trust yourself. And the only way
it stall your life.
Yes. When you do that, when you build your confidence, when your self-esteem grows, you start making decisions, you start showing up in the world as authentically you, and the freedom that comes with that. And I tell people, it's always like this, everything attaches to everything else. So you build your confidence, you build your self-esteem, you rely less on people's approval, you don't worry about permission anymore, you trust yourself. The more you trust yourself and you achieve, the prouder of yourself you become. The prouder of yourself you become free, which leads to happiness. And so on. All good can come of that. So that's why I always say, work on the root and let the tree grow.
Absolutely. That's beautiful. So last but not least, what is your definition of power?
Definition of power for me means knowing intrinsically and clearly who you are. Because the minute you know, this is who I am, this is what I stand for, these are my beliefs, this is my confidence, I'm making decision, I don't need approval. That to me is power. Power is not about exerting, your power over other people. It's not about being better than other people. It's showing up authentically and honestly as yourself every single day, because you know without a doubt who you are.
That's beautiful. Well, audience, I really do appreciate you for being here. And thank you, Miriam, for being here. You really shared some really good points. And this is the end of the show, but we will have you back for something else in the future. Thank you
so
again,
much.
and I appreciate your time.
Thank you.